So I am getting ready to start one of our workshops in the club that I have, for business. So I'm getting ready to do that. I just wanted to give you a quick update over the last couple of weeks because I was out of town. I went to an amazing rest retreat. It was put on by Delonda Adams of Girl Rest. And it was really an intentional time to just be in God's presence and learning to rest in his presence and not striving, not trying to do all the things. And I knew I needed that because I needed to have time that was undistracted, which was the theme of the rest retreat. Where I had this intentional time of just seeking God and just being in his presence and not trying to work the business, not being a mom, just being his daughter and being still with him. So it was such an amazing experience. I went in with expectation and I told the Lord what my expectations were going in, and he met me there, and it was such an anointed atmosphere. Just the way God moved on us and on me personally. And so it was such an amazing experience. I would definitely go again. And so I'm so thankful for that. And it really just got me hyped up for the retreat that I also want to host, which I was going to do in 2026, but I'm going to move it to 2027 because I want to change it to earlier in the year so it's not as hot here in Florida. So it'll be 2027 because I want to give them also time to be able to make payments if they need to make payments, things like that. So I am getting ready to start this session. So that's what I was doing last week. I'm getting ready to start this session. I wanted to give you an update. I'm going to be working on packing up some of the challenge boxes today so I can get them shipped out. I will show you some of the items that came in. Well, everything's in, but I'll show you some of the items that I can. And I got my challenge t-shirt, so I will show you that as well. And right now, and I just counted and I already forgot, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so there are 23 that are registered for the challenge right now. 18 of those were already in the club. The other 5 are women that were outside of the club. And I will say I have not really promoted this yet. So this week, that is what my plan is. Now that I'm back from the retreat, I have to catch up on some things this weekend because I have continued to rest throughout this week, which was so great. But I am going to be heavily promoting the challenge this week, so there will be multiple emails going out. I've been sending about 1 a week, but I will do multiple this week, as well as going live on Instagram this week is the plan. Also, I may go live on YouTube. If not, I will at least be posting a video on YouTube, so that's the plan for that. And I think I am going to continue to promote the challenge the first week of the challenge as well, because they will only miss 5 days. So it's not, that big of a deal. They can jump in whenever they jump in, but just depending on the numbers, I may continue to promote because I really wanted to start heavily promoting this week, which I haven't. It's Saturday, so it's already the end of the week. So I want to give myself 2 full weeks of really showing up and being intentional to promote the challenge. And so that is my plan. After this session, I'm going to box up 20 of these boxes to get them ready to ship. So I will share that with you so you can see some of the items that are in there other than the surprise items, but they're already wrapped up. So you can see that and see just how I'm putting it together, and maybe it'll give you some ideas for your business. All right, I'll see you soon. So here is the challenge shirt. I obviously got it in black because I loved it on the black. And This is the back of it. So cute. Sorry you can't really see because I'm holding it. Anyway, that is what the shirt looks like. And then over here is where I have all the goodies. I have them covered because I have a hairy dog, and so I'm keeping it covered is to keep the hair out. So anyway, this is all the stuff that's going into the boxes, and then there's more boxes back here. So what I'm gonna do first is assemble the packages and then put the stuff in. So when you buy boxes, this is how they come. So I gotta put the boxes together. I just have like a mindless movie on, so I don't have to pay attention while I'm doing this. Just something wholesome going on in the background. And then this is the shipping tape that I bought. It actually has words on it, but you can't see it right now because, you know, it's all together. So I'll show you that after I get the boxes assembled. But yeah, so I'm only gonna do 20 of these so I can get the first 20 boxes out, and that's what I'm gonna work on. So I am taking a lunch break because I'm not gonna cook until I get done packing these boxes. So I wanted to eat something because I'm hungry. So I got my water, got my salad. And so I covered the boxes. So I have a sheet set that I bought for my bed that I have not used yet. So I took this out of the plastic and covered the boxes while I eat because I didn't want any hair like floating and getting inside of the boxes. And don't you know, as soon as I covered the box, my dog comes in, my dog comes in and like shakes. And so, I mean, the hair's not flying up in the air, but still it puts air. And see, he's like, there he is. So this is why I keep stuff covered. So it will be such a blessing, one, to have someone else do this next year and ship these out, where I'm able to pay someone to do it, where they don't have hair all over the place. And two, the second blessing will be when we get our bigger house and I have a room that's my office and I can keep stuff in it and he won't be in there. As much as I love my dog, I really don't want hair all over everything, especially for other people. So he won't be in my office. So that will help things as well. So anywho, I'm going to take this break and all the boxes are made. And so I'm going to get all the things out, dust off the bed, and I'll put the items that are going in the boxes on the bed, and then I can pack them one by one on my desk, which I cleaned off before I started. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll show you what's going in the boxes. Also, real quick, I had to change what I was watching because like I watch like those Hallmark type movies while I'm doing stuff so that I don't really have to pay attention because, the storyline's always the same thing. But anyway, so this was one of those types of movies, but it was on from like Up, Faith and Family. And so I was like, oh, okay, so it'll be like Christian. No. They were talking about tarot cards and all this kind of stuff. And she was saying, you know, how like her fortune, like foretold whatever. Like, no. And that was the main character. So it wasn't just like some side character. So this whole thing, she's trying to believe that she's going to be married by a certain date because of what tarot cards told her. And I'm like, how is this on Up, Faith and Family? Like, I guess some other kind of faith, because I thought it was talking about Christian faith, but apparently not. So anyway, I turned it on something else. I just put on Letters to Juliet. I've seen it like already 2 or 3 times, so I can just have it in the background. But anyway, be careful of what it is that you're letting in your eye gates, in your ear gates, especially as you are building something for the Lord. And as you are, just a Christian that wants to walk righteously and wants to walk in the ways of the Lord. Like, we have to be mindful of the things that we're letting in, and that we are allowing in through our eyes and in through our ears. There's a scripture, I'll put it here, that states the eye is the lamp of our body. And so are we letting in light or are we letting in darkness? Because it says like, how great is that darkness if we allow that in? So we have to be really mindful of those things. And it can seem like, it's just really harmless, but it's not. It's not. It really not, besides the fact of the warfare and demonic activity that can be behind some of the things that you watch and listen to, there's also, it gets into your system. Even when you think you're trying to block it out, when you hear things over and over again, it gets into your system and it gets into your mind, it gets into your heart, and it seeps in. And you don't even realize it. So be very mindful of what it is that you are watching and listening to in all things. I'm not just talking about movies, in all things. All right. So I'm going to eat my lunch and get back to work. Okay, so they are getting a copy of my book. So I actually need to sign these. That's just a shred I'm going to use. So pretty, right? And then this is the tissue paper to just kind of just make it look nice in the box. And these are the things I got to seal the tissue paper. So this is close to the colors of my community, not necessarily the challenge, but the community. And then there's a crown logo. So that's why I got those colors. And then, so these are this will be on top of the box, and I will assemble a box and show you what it's gonna look like. I gotta figure that out myself. These are the challenge workbooks, and I see I need to move this over, this logo over a little bit. I think it got off because of like the extra over here. So I just need to move it over a little bit so it looks more centered as well. Don't mind him, he's gonna be gone. But anyway, so these are the secret items that are wrapped up, and they have numbers on them so that when we open them they have an idea of which one. So I can say like, grab number 5, like that. So that's what's all wrapped up. There's more secret items there, and then they get a challenge sticker, and they also get a journal, and these all have different scriptures on them, and then the pen has the same scripture. So they get these journals because that's one of the things I teach. So yeah, so I know it's hard. It's like, well, I can't see what the stuff is after the challenge. I'll show you, but that won't be for a couple months, about 3 months before you'll get to see it. But I still wanted you to be able to see the process. So there's the items. I'm gonna start boxing up the boxes, but first I gotta sign these books. Alright, so I'm going to assemble these boxes and figure out how I want to do this. Once I got the first one, it'll be easy to do the rest. So let's jump in this. I think I'm going to put the journal and my book at the bottom, then number 3, and then putting these on the side, and then put some shred here and the book on top, then close it because I want to have this on top before they open. So let's try that. So that is it. Got it all boxed up. So now I know how I want to pack them. So I'm gonna pack these other 20 or 19 more boxes so that I can get them ready to ship. I will probably do the shipping labels and everything tomorrow night because I have other work to do, but at least they'll be done. And I will show you how I ship as well, in case that's something that you don't know how to do for your business, because I do print the labels at home, because it comes out cheaper if you do it at home than versus going into the post office, because you pay retail prices when you go in the post office. So I will show you that, but I'm going to turn my window AC back on and box up the rest of these, and then we'll get to shipping. So I am getting ready to ship these packages, and the first thing is you want to make sure you have a scale that can weigh pounds and ounces so that I can do pounds and ounces. This is just a regular digital kitchen scale, and it's always worked for me for shipping. It was like 15 bucks at Walmart. You can get some on Amazon as well. If you're going to ship a lot of packages and really heavy packages, then you want to get a shipping scale, because this can only do so much weight. I want to say up to maybe 10 or 15 pounds. But anyway, so then you weigh the package. And so this package is 2 pounds, 6.9 ounces. And so when I put it in the system, I'm just going to round it up to 2 pounds, 7 ounces, because I always want to give it a little bit of extra, just so there's no issue and no return packages, because I didn't pay for enough postage. Because when you do the postage, it is going to be based on weight unless you're using a flat rate package. So I'm just writing it on here just so I remember. So all my packages are the same, so they all should be 2.7 ounces, 2 pounds, 7 ounces. And then I am gonna weigh this other one, because I did not put something in hers in particular, because it's international, and so it should be slightly lighter. Yeah, so I mean, it didn't even make that much difference. But so I'm gonna do the same for her, and we're gonna do 2 pounds, 7 ounces for hers as well. So I don't need to weigh all my packages because they have the exact same thing, but they could vary slightly based on how much shred I put in. So I might weigh a couple more just to be sure, but that's what you do first. I use Pirate Ship for shipping from home. There's also like ShipStation and other things. You can also ship through PayPal if you have a PayPal business account as well. You want to, if you ship a lot of packages, do it from home where you print your own labels, because it's going to save you money. If you go straight into the post office, you're paying retail prices, and which, you know, may be fine for you if you're only doing a couple packages, but there really is a big price difference versus doing it from home through like Pirate Ship, through PayPal shipping. So you want to do it that way. I will show you what I use for shipping, and I'll have it all linked down below, like all the things I've used for shipping, as well as some of the supplies I use for these boxes. So it's going to save you a lot of money if you just ship from home. I have a label printer. It's a Dymo 4XL, but if you don't have a label printer, you can still just do it with paper and ink. But if you're shipping a lot of packages, you want to get a thermal printer, because it doesn't use ink, so you're not having to buy ink cartridges over and over again. Plus, you can just buy the label so it sticks right on. You don't have to worry about taping the label on there and the paper on there, or getting those sticky sleeves to put it in. So it really is a time saver and a money saver over the long haul. It's going to be an investment up front to grab it. Like I said, I have the Dymo 4XL, but I know the Rollo printer is really great, especially if you do high volume printing or shipping, which I don't, so the Dymo works fine for me. But anyway, so I'm going to go into Pirate Ship and show you how to do that really quick. It's super simple and easy, and if you do PayPal shipping, it's really similar as well, but it's just really simple to ship from home and save yourself some money as far as business expenses. And lastly, I wanted to show you the workbook. I didn't get to show you inside of that. You saw like when I was creating it, but I have it, as you saw as I was putting it in the boxes. So I just wanted to flip through that really quick to show you what that looked like. So this is the journal. I did the 6x9, and like I was mentioning, I need to move it over. So I did have their template, but for whatever reason, it's still off. So I'm going to move that over, but it's decent quality. I did get the glossy because you have an option of glossy or matte. For my regular books, I like matte, but for the journal, I wanted to do glossy. So that is, remember that first page that I was showing you in Canva, and then there's the habits and the reflection page, the first couple pages, and then it goes into these checkout pages. Sorry, I know I'm holding it weird because I don't have it mounted to my desk. And then there was that one page, like every 10 pages. So that is what it turned out to look like. And then in the back, it has the tagline of the challenge, as well as, hold on, they put some extra pages in here, probably because of the number of pages. I tried to do that so it worked out well, but that's okay. It'll just be note pages for them. So there's the countdown that I created, and then the tagline here again at the end when they finish, and there's a reflection page at the end. So yeah, so it came out really nice. I'm really happy with the quality as well, and love it. All right, just wanted to show you that. So that is it. So I love the workbook. It came out really well. I'm excited for everyone to get it so they can have something tangible. And that's something too that I wanted to share, that when you have a business that's mainly online, it is nice to send, if you can, the people that you work with something they can hold in your hand. It's just a really neat like connection point, and it's just a reminder of them working with you. And like I said, it just gives them something to hold and something to connect with, especially as we're doing all these things online. And so it's like you never, you don't get to hug the person or see them in person, unless you're doing like a conference or an event, or they live local to you, or you're traveling or anything like that. But this gives you like that touch point, and it also kind of cements in their mind that they're doing something and working with you. So it is really nice for them to have something tangible that they can hold. So I hope that was really helpful for you. Let me know if you have any ideas in your business of things that you might want to create or send for your customers or your clients. I think it would be nice for all of us to share that. And I hope you have an amazing, blessed day. So I am logged in here on pirateship.com, and they have like this cute pirate theme. And so you're just going to go to create a single label, and then what I'm going to do is create the box, and that way you don't have to enter it every time. But you see, you put your person's information here, and then if you want to create a new ship from address, you put that here, but I already have one here on file, so I will use that. And then you see the package details. So this one's already in here for when I ship my book. And because it's a book, it qualifies, like it says, for media mail. And so media mail actually has cheaper rates than regular mail. So what I'm going to do is do a new package. And what is also nice about the packages, so see, I can put in my package details, which I'm going to do here, but also they have priority flat rate boxes. This is what I love to use most of the time in business, because it's just one rate when you use the priority flat rate boxes or padded envelopes and envelopes, because no matter what it weighs, it's just that rate. So you can stuff as much as you want or can in these packages, and it won't change the rate. And so you see that they have here, you can ship USPS, you can ship UPS as well. And so you can put your info in here, and I do believe there's a couple other shipping options. We'll see once I'm done, but we are going to put the box information in here, and then you see I can save the package so that I can use it over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and put that info in here. And so my box is 10 by 7 by 5, and it's 2 pounds, and I rounded the ounces up to 8 because I did weigh a couple of other boxes and they were 2 pounds 7.2 ounces, so I just went ahead and rounded it up to 8. The reason I wouldn't just do 3 pounds is because you're paying per ounce, so that's going to be more money. And see, that's why it's good to use those flat rate packages. So I am going to save this package and just call it challenge boxes. All right, so And I'm going to go in and put the other info in here. I'm not going to show this just for privacy's sake, but then I will show you the difference in prices. And also the price matters regarding who you're sending it to and where, like the distance from where it's going, where it's starting and where it's going. That's going to affect the price slightly as well, if you're not using a flat rate box. So I'm going to do this and then I will show you the rates. So now that I put the info in, these are the rates that it's giving me. If I was mailing it just regular priority mail, this was the option that came up. It would have been $15.43. This is about how much it would cost for a medium flat rate box, would be about 15 bucks. So it's about the same. They do have this Ground Advantage that's 10.16, and you see it's saying that you're saving like 39%, 27% off of the retail. Like if you just walked into the post office, instead of 10.16, it would have been 16.55. Instead of 15, it would have been 21. So you see, like, you're saving. And these are the actual rates, because I have had to go into their post office before and just mail it. Just because I was trying to hurry up, and I think was I out of labels, I don't know, but anyway, these are the actual rates if you just walk in to the post office. And then you see it also gives you other prices, like if you want to ship it UPS, these will be the prices. So you see that you can save, and it does tell you about when it will be delivered, so that could help you in deciding what you want to choose. I'm going to do the Ground Advantage Cubic because it will be received, it says, by Saturday, which that's when they need it. Saturday, they need it by Monday. So I'm going to do these and go ahead and do them with USPS, and I may be scheduling a pickup for them to come pick it up since I don't have my car right now, and working out the details of getting these boxes to the post office. So there's that. And I did also put the info in the over on the post office website as well, because you can ship through their website, and that will save you money as well. Instead of going into the office, because see, it even says here, same thing, retail $16.55, 21 that 10. And so, but if you notice, this is the Ground Advantage custom packaging, the Ground Advantage. Okay, let's look at this. Ground Advantage Cubic custom packaging, $11.22. But over here on Pirate Ship, Ground Advantage Cubic, same thing, it's $10.16. So it's still saving a little bit to do it through Pirate Ship instead of straight through USPS. So I'm going to ship through Pirate Ship, and then, like I said, I will see if I can set up a pickup to pick up the packages, because that is free. So as long as I can have them picked up maybe by tomorrow morning at the latest, then I will set that up. So it did say my address was eligible for package pickup, so I'm going to put that they're going to be on the front porch. And then you see I can do pickup during regular mail delivery, or I can pay to have it picked up. Only certain packages will be eligible for free pickup. Yeah, so that's the thing. I might need to actually pay. So I don't know. It's still less hassle than me having. Oh, see, I can't do it for today. It'll have to be tomorrow. How many packages? It is for Ground Advantage. They're probably gonna tell me it's not eligible, which is fine. 20 total estimated weight. It would be like 60 pounds. Let's just say 60, because we're gonna round about 3 pounds per package. It's actually 2.5, so that would be 50 pounds. Let's say 50 pounds. They're probably gonna tell me I can't do free. These packages do not contain. there's no hazmat materials in here. So pick up for, I guess tomorrow is the soonest, which gives me time, and that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so I got it scheduled, and actually I think it's 17 or 18 packages, so I can modify that, which is good. But I got it scheduled, they gave me a confirmation number, so we are good to go for them to pick it up. So it's also good because it gives me time to get all these labels done and ready. And this is my Dymo right here. And so I'm going to start printing out the labels, and I will try to show you one. I'm gonna have to cover up the address, but just so you know what it looks like. So afterward, you just hit buy label. So I bought the label, and you could see that was the cost there. And then I set it to ship tomorrow because that's when they're gonna pick it up, and then it's gonna send her an email. I have it set for Wednesday morning just to make sure it gets shipped. And then if you made a mistake, you can refund. It takes a couple days for a refund. Then if I wanted to ship another one to her, I could hit duplicate, but all I have to do is go up and hit print label. And I can't show you the button because it has her address, but you just go up and hit print label. So this is essentially what it looks like when it prints. And see, it just has a backer, so you just peel it off and stick it on the package. So really quick, this is what I'm talking about, where it matters where you're shipping, because this one is only $8.24 for the same thing, and so even the priority mail is only $11.87. So where you ship also matters. So I just wanted to point that out. And so I am about to start the kickoff call for the challenge. I'm super excited. Sorry if you hear my AC in the background, but I just wanted to jump on and say we are kicking it off. We start the challenge in 2 days. And I'm going to keep registration open 3 days past that. Right now we have 31 women in the challenge, so I'm super excited. The original goal was 50, but we're not done yet. And if I don't hit 50, that's okay, because who's here is who is here, and that's who I'm here to serve. So I'm excited, getting ready for this kickoff call, and yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to check in.